Part 80. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 791. Lord, those sandstorms are approaching. Galen came over with a worried look on his face. By the time those sandstorms get close, they're going to be eliminated. Hee, the time is just right. Galen, you 5 heroes open the way ahead, in the core area ahead, reserve a site for us. Those who block me, behead. Fang Fan held the sword in his hand, and the killing intent flowed in his eyes. This is the battlefield of gods and demons, and it is also a battlefield of cannibalism. Don't think about the so-called benevolence and morality in such a place. Obviously those things don't apply here. Only iron and blood slaughter can make people feel fearful, and those people will cast their admiring eyes on you. The way of killing has been cleared. Strike. Following Fang Fan's order, the 5 10-star King level weak true King level heroes rushed out first. 5 9-star King level legions, 3 8-star King rank legions, and 4 8-star King rank god pets followed suit. Fang Fan brought Yun Yun and Yun Xiao Xiao to the rear of the palace. At the same time, there is the army of dark little wizards who just opened up behind. They are all long-range attack units, and they are naturally irrational for melee combat. It is the right way to use it for long-range sneak attack development. Fang Fan, the devil is here. Ah, bastard, get out of the way. I don't want to be killed by Fang Fan. This is a big devil who kills without blinking an eye. He killed hundreds of thousands of examiners in one move just now. Evacuate. Quickly evacuate. Grass. What are you doing? Do you want to die? Don't drag me if you want to die. Why do I still want to live? Afraid of chicken feathers. What is Fang Fan? He's human too. You bastards. If you want me to tell you, just go up and do it and you're done. Follow me, everyone. Fight the magic. Fight the magic. Down with Fang Mo. Don't let him be too arrogant. This guy is not soft at all when it comes to killing our own people. Haha, if you have the ability, go and fight those perverts from the dark camp. Grass. Messed up. Did you hear me? I warned you. Fighting with Fang Mo. Now Fang Fan has been added to the name of Fang Mo. Fang Fan pouted silently. The thinking mode of these people is really strange. You came to besiege me, and I killed you, but it was my fault. Could it be that I have to wait quietly for you to kill me? Fang Fan sighed secretly. It was all a crowd of people who wanted to die. I really don't know how the dead word is written in the end. If you rush all the way to the past, there will naturally be obstacles, but in the face of the 8 legions and 5 heroes, it is basically a one-sided trend. The war situation was directly ended to a certain extent. On the periphery of the battlefield of gods and demons, most of them are 9th rank forces, and even some unpopular forces. It should not be too simple to kill. And when it was about to approach the core area of the battlefield of gods and demons, it began to encounter some slightly stronger obstacles. Fang Mo, leave all the divine cards and divine crystals on him, and then get out of our Disha Pavilion's sphere of influence. I'm going to die later, don't blame the young master for not reminding you. Take a step forward, die. Those who do not hand in the divine card and divine crystal will also die. This place has been reserved by our Disha Pavilion. You shouldn't know what level of existence our Earthsha Pavilion is, right? We are one of the few 8th rank forces in the Bright Camp. Oppose us, do you have the courage to do so? Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 792. A young man walked towards him, looking extremely arrogant. The name Disha Pavilion. Fang Fan has heard of it, and it is indeed the 8th rank force of the Bright Camp. However, among the 8th rank forces of the Bright Camp, the one that belongs to the bottom. Are you sure you want to stop me? I don't like your position here. What I want is the position of the core area. Now make way for a path, hello and me. But if you have to choose to die, then I can only ask you to see the King of Hell. Fang Fan's eyes flickered with killing light, and he said everything that should be said and should not be said. But after all, some people who have to die can't be saved. Originally, Fang Fan really didn't plan to massacre these forces of the Bright Camp because of Qin Hai's face. Although Fang Fan doesn't have a strong sense of belonging to the Bright Camp, he doesn't feel evil. At least on the bright side, he is the force of the Bright Camp. If these people knew a little bit, Fang Fan would be more than happy to stick with them on the front line and fight the forces of the Dark Camp. It's just a pity, these cowards dare not provoke the assessors of the Dark Camp, but Li Heng is a good player. Isn't it a matter of course for such an existence to be killed? Haha, how dare you be mad in front of the young master? Do you know who the young master is? My father is the deputy pavilion owner of Disha Pavilion. Do you understand? I can be half the sky in Disha Pavilion. Are you trying to be arrogant in front of me again? If I were you, I would kneel down and kowtow to admit my mistake. Tisk, you kid Yanfu is not too shallow. There is actually a pair of beauties accompanied by a pair of beauties. In this way, how about I give you a chance to enter by dedicating this pair of beauties? Follow my Disha Pavilion in the future, I guarantee that all of you hundreds of people can pass the final assessment, and then successfully enter the ruins of the gods. What a beautiful woman! The leading young man in the Disha Pavilion came over with a lewd face and a smile, his gaze restlessly swept over Yun Yun and Yun Xiao Xiao. Aragama's wrath. The killing intent in Fang Fan's eyes burst out instantly. Directly activated the magical skill Aragama's Fury, and then Fang Fan's combat power was directly increased by 3 levels. From the 7-star king level to the 10-star king level directly. Wrong. I'm not a 10-star king level weak real king. How do I feel that I can temporarily invoke the power of 2 laws? The law of desolation and the law of Hua. The extreme realm of desolation is annihilation. The power of the 2 laws is blended together, and the power is stronger. Hey, could it be that after I use the Aragami God's Fury magical skill, I will directly promote the combat power from the 7-star king level to the 10-star king level, the ultimate real king level? Only the supreme true king can control the power of 2 laws at the same time. Fang Fan clenched his hands tightly, his eyes twinkling brightly. It would be a lie to say that I must not be excited. At this moment, the surging emotion in my heart is very real. He loves the real feeling. The combat power of the true king realm, how powerful should it be? Fang Fan took a deep breath and then revealed a wicked smile. Grass. Talk. You are so dumb. Dedicate your beauty, keep your dog. Whoosh. A gust of wind blew, some fell silent. I saw that the neck of the young man in the Disha Pavilion suddenly disappeared. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 793. Indeed, it just disappeared. The situation is a little weird right now. Because the head and body of this young man are still well preserved, only the neck part has completely disappeared. As if melted by the gust of wind just now. Because the head lost its support, it began to fall rapidly, and the 2 eyes on the head turned abruptly. Weird, everything looks weird. Young Master Qin is dead. Is this being punished by the gods and demons? Very scary. Oh my god, what the hell happened? Why can't I understand? Hey, it's so scary. I saw that it was Fang Mo's hand just now. I'm CAO, are you sure it's Fang Mo? Qin Shao is a genius of the 9-star king level quasi-true king realm. Don't scare me, Fang Mo can kill Qin Shao with one blow? It's obviously the punishment of the gods and demons. Who scared you so much? Fang Mo seemed to have scolded you just now, and then young Master Qin died. Grass. Qin Shao is dead, the deputy pavilion master can't let us go. Mad, this guy dies and why does he want to take us with him? Hey, how can there be any way? Who wants to have a good father? We don't have that capital. Grass. Unhappy. It's so unpleasant. It's so uncomfortable. Kill Fang Mo and avenge Qin Shao. Kill everything. Revenge. Take the head of the mortal, maybe we can save one of our lives. Come with me. These examiners in the demon pavilion of the Bright Camp seemed a little crazy. They are also afraid of death, and they don't want to experience the strange picture in front of them. But when they thought of the furious appearance of the deputy pavilion master, they could only choose to attack. Brother Fan, you are amazing. Xiao Xiao watched Fang Fan's operation from the side, and immediately exclaimed excitedly. Can you see my shot? Fang Fan was stunned for a while, he didn't even know when he shot. Sure. Brother Fan just seemed to be using the power of desolation. Also, a strange power, with an aura of destruction, I don't remember the name. Yun Xiao Xiao wrinkled her cute little Kyung's nose, her face full of cuteness. Fang Fan took a deep breath, his eyes flickering brightly. Just now, when he made a move, including Galen and others, he didn't find any clue, but Xiao Xiao was able to watch it calmly, which had to surprise Fang Fan. The slaughtering spirit is really extraordinary. Fang Fan narrowed his eyes, and there was a glint in his eyes. Lord, these people from Disha Pavilion rushed over. Garen was holding a big sword and looked like he couldn't wait to join the battlefield. Fang Fan chuckled and waved his hand. Whoever stops me will die. Rush. Fang Fan gave an order, and the army under his command began to attack directly. Fang Fan himself rushed out first. When he launched the battle before, he mostly cowered in the rear. No way, his level is too low. The 7-star king realm may be able to play a wave on the human plane, but on the battlefield of gods and demons, chicken feathers are not counted. The 7-star king realm here has a lot of combat power. 8-star and 9-star king realm is not scarce. But now Fang Fan is obviously different. Fang Fan, who used the magical skill Rage of the Arrogant, now has the power of a true king for a short time. With the power of 2 laws in hand, you are invincible. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 794. The Law of Desolation. Whoosh. Fang Fan snorted lightly, and the body of a 9-star king level examiner in Disha Pavilion returned directly to the great wilderness, turning into grains of dust scattered in the air. The Law of. Fang Fan snorted again, the power of annihilation began to gather frantically, this time it seemed even more bizarre, and directly annihilated the heads of the 2 8-star king level enemies in front of him, without leaving any traces. In less than 3 minutes, Fang Fan had already killed more than 1,000 high-level examiners of the Disha Pavilion with the strength of the true King Ju Dian. The devil, he is the devil. Don't get close to him. If you get close to him, you will die. Escape. Run for your life. Hoo, I don't want to die. Ah, who can save me? God, forgive me a life. He is more terrifying than the devil of the dark camp. The name of Fang Mo is terrifying. The battlefield of gods and demons is close to the sub-battlefield of the core area, and a complete massacre is going on here. Outside the battlefield of gods and demons, watch the war zone. Lord Xiling, how did the Hall Master Fang Fan suddenly become so strong? Killing a 9-star king level powerhouse is like killing a chicken and a dog. This is at least a 10-star king level strong real king, right. But he is only a 7-star king, has he been hiding his cultivation all the time? Qin Hai fell into self-doubt, with an unbelievably shocked look on his face. Too strong. Simply too strong. Moreover, Fang Fan's methods are amazing and unexpected, and some people feel unpredictable. Qin Hai even felt that if he rushed up, he might not be able to defeat Fang Fan. You must know that he is a 10-star king level absolute real king level powerhouse. This kid is indeed a little weird. He is actually controlling the power of 2 different laws. It seems that my previous guess is not wrong, he may really come from an extraterritorial place. Or just came to our sun galaxy to experience life. With the realm of the 7-star king level, it is really unheard of to be able to exert the combat power of a true king. The plump young woman's white and tender hands clenched tightly, an eager light flashed in her eyes. It seems that he must be able to enter the ruins of the gods. This kid's performance, I'm very satisfied. It's just that the other forces of the bright camp seem to be a little disobedient. The plump young woman Xiling showed a cold look on her face. Lord Xiling, that's because there are too many bright camp assessors who have advanced to the 3rd level, so it is inevitable that there will be turmoil for a while. Seeing the sudden change in the plump young woman's face, Qin Hai's body trembled, the wrath of the Holy Emperor, drifting thousands of miles. He wanted to quell the anger of the Holy Emperor as much as possible. Haha, I can see clearly whether it is an unavoidable turmoil or a deliberate disturbance. Among those forces, they have been corrupted by the Dark Camp. They and our Shengtian alliance are no longer in the same mind, they are openly provoking things, they are looking for death. 8th rank Power Earth Demon Pavilion? It seems to be a bit too floating recently. Is the Holy Sky Alliance being too gentle recently? Since it's so beautiful, then it's gone. The plump young woman suddenly giggled, smiling beautifully, but Qin Hai didn't dare to raise his head to take a look. Fear breeds in him. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 795. The Dark Camp Spectator Seed. This kid is the Fang Fan you said? The one who has been disturbing our Dark Camp. Zhouji, the messenger of Demon Heaven Pavilion, looked at Fang Fan's combat performance, and his eyes couldn't help but flicker. Fang Fan's battle process, he saw it, he had to say, it was very amazing. It's just a pity that such an existence is actually from the Bright Camp. Yes, Lord Zhou, that's him. He has countless healing cards and serum cards on him. The healing card can instantly heal injuries, and the serum card can actually resist the erosion of the demon. This person must not stay. If it weren't for him, the warriors of our Dark Camp would not have fallen into the predicament they are now. The eyes of Zhu Rong, the envoy of the Demon Heaven Pavilion, flickered viciously. From his point of view, it would be great if Fang Fan could be directly killed now. At this moment, the killing intent in his heart is like real substance. You told me before that he was just a 9th rank power master? 7-star king realm cultivation base? You dare to deceive me. Zhouji, the messenger of Demon Heaven Pavilion, stared at him, as if anger was flowing. Zhu Rong's body trembled instantly, and the vicious color in his eyes was instantly replaced by fear. Lord Zhouji, I would never dare to deceive you. He is the hall master of the 9-rank power human emperor palace of the Bright faction. These are all available. As for his cultivation, he is indeed in the 7-star king realm, there is no doubt about it, I dare to guarantee my life. Zhu Rong patted his chest very hard. At this time, he would naturally have to prove his innocence. Haha. Can the 7-star king realm control the power of 2 laws? Interesting, it's really interesting. There is actually a monster in the Bright Camp. Now that he is so strong, to be able to participate in the assessment, he must be under the age of 100 bones. 100-year-old bone age, the power of 2 laws. It's absolutely fine to call a monster. Once such a monster is allowed to grow in the bright camp, it will have endless troubles. Let the assessor of the dark camp do it and kill him. A murderous light flashed in the eyes of Joji, the envoy of the demon heaven pavilion. The level of his consideration is obviously higher. Like Zhu Rong sees only the current interests, and he will look at the future. This, Lord Joji, since Fang Fan is so powerful at the moment, if the warriors of the dark camp are attacked, I am afraid the damage will be too great. At that time, the wastes of the light camp will take advantage of it in vain. It's better to let them kill each other. Zhu Rong pursed his lips, and from his point of view, he felt that this was the most correct way to deal with it. Think about it from every angle, and there's nothing wrong with it. The bright camp? You also know that those are all waste. Eat a slash to gain wisdom, they will not take the initiative to spend elite shots. It is safest to let the assessors of the dark camp take action. As for that kid's peak, I'm afraid it's going to decline. A smile appeared on Joji's face. It's not too easy to see something clearly at his level. Just like now, everything is under his complete control. Zhu Rong on the side was stunned for a while, and some didn't quite understand what Joji meant. But since Lord Joji ordered, he can only do it. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 796. Go and tell the warriors of the dark camp to kill Fang Fan and reward 10,000 devil fruits. The position of the devil son of the devil heaven pavilion. Joji waved his hand indifferently and then stopped talking. Joji on the side couldn't help taking a breath, and there was some greed in his eyes. The temptation is simply not too great. 10,000 demon god fruit is not to mention the ordinary assessors of the dark camp. Even for the demon heaven pavilion heaven demon envoy like him, it is very tempting. To put it bluntly, if he were asked to risk his life to kill at this moment, he would definitely not refuse. As for the position of the devil son of the devil's pavilion, in fact, it's almost the same as the holy son of the Holy Heaven Alliance. Although there are quite a few devil sons in Motion Pavilion, at least, they are not Chinese cabbage. For those ordinary power geniuses of the dark camp, being able to become the devil child of Motion Pavilion is definitely the best way out. God and Demon Messenger order. The one who killed Fang Fan of the bright camp will be rewarded with 10,000 devil fruits. The position of devil son of devil heaven pavilion. Zhu Rong rose into the air and started shouting directly over the battlefield of gods and demons. The examiners in the entire battlefield of gods and demons naturally heard such a voice. I wipe, Fang Mo is actually so valuable? It's worth 10,000 devil fruit? And the position of the devil. This character is too bad, he was even targeted by the gods and demons of Motion Pavilion. Hey, Fang Mo will surely die this time. It's a pity that I'm not from the dark camp, otherwise, why don't you go to the ruins of the gods? If you kill Fang Mo, you will develop. That's right, I don't know if we can get the reward if we hold Fang Mo's head. The first reaction of these appraisers of the bright camp is actually regret. It's a pity that I wasn't born in the dark camp, otherwise they would be able to get such a great opportunity. Fang Fan was speechless for a moment. Are the brain circuits of these people always so strange? Can this be connected? What exactly did you think? If it is just a pity for the appraisers of the light camp, it will definitely be a surprise for those appraisers of the dark camp. I rub it. The messenger of the gods and demons personally ordered it. 10,000 pieces of the devil fruit plus the position of the devil child of the devil's pavilion, are all mine. All of them are mine. Are you sure you want to snatch me? Do you think you have the capital to snatch me? Believe it or not, I'll kill you now. Brothers of the dark camp. We have been dormant for a long time, let's have a good time with these hot chicken waste of the light camp. Tisk, the point is to kill Fang Fan, and this young master will also go to Motion Pavilion to find a devil dang dang. Zhu Sanlang. You dare to compete with me for the spot. Don't you die. Grass. What are you pretending to be? Everyone is good at their own abilities. Brothers of the dark camp. Rush with me. The light faction examiners who were originally blocked around Fang Fan were instantly evacuated. Hundreds of thousands of dark camp examiners rushed towards Fang Fan like wolves. Fang Fan couldn't help showing a sneering look on his face. My head is so valuable. Hey. 10,000 devil fruits? What price is this? It's worth 10 billion divine crystals. Fang Fan muttered to himself. At this moment, there is no sense of panic at all, and even, I still want to laugh. What is going on? Brothers. Set up the battle, and you can slaughter a batch. A large number of cards and divine crystals rushed over by themselves. Divine system of the strongest card supplier in the end times, Doomsday strongest card supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 797. Fang Fan stretched his waist, but he looked extremely lazy. These are small mobile vaults. The last time the high-level king-level legion card was obtained by slaughtering these examiners. Then Xiao Xiao opened up a supreme real king-level army. If I get a few more legion cards like that. The smile on Fang Fan's mouth seemed very real. Weekly value. You dare to offer a reward to my bright camp genius in public. You wanna die? Rumbling. One after another thunderous rage came from the sky above the battlefield of the gods and demons. Fang Fan glanced at his eyes in amazement, and saw a plump young woman wearing a red dress soaring into the sky, and the surrounding thunder was rolling. Hearing those words she said again, Fang Fan was stunned for a moment. Is she, standing up for herself? We Fang Fan actually need a woman to come forward one day. Fang Fan sighed helplessly, my pathetic self-esteem. Haha. Why is the Emperor Xiling so angry? Just an unknown boy. He was quite disrespectful to Zhu Rong, the demon messenger of my Motion Pavilion. Isn't it natural to kill him? What? Holy Emperor Xiling is reluctant to bear. Could it be that there is some special relationship between you and this kid? The Emperor Xiling has been guarding his body like a jade for so many years, does he want the iron tree to bloom? Tisk, if this is the case, that kind of kid can't satisfy you. What do you think of this envoy? This envoy is very happy to serve. One after another, obscene voices came, and most of them were direct attacks on the body of the plump young woman. Just a waste like you want to get your hands on the old lady? Don't go back and take a look at yourself. It took 10,000 years for the waste material to break through the Emperor's realm, and dare to be arrogant in front of this holy Emperor. Believe it or not, I will kill you directly within 10 strokes. The plump young woman had a look of contempt on her face, and she never took it seriously. From her point of view, what is all this, what is it? Hang a wave? Isn't it easy to? Shrew. Stop talking nonsense. There was a sinister look on Zhou Ji's face, obviously in a state of rage. Zi Ling's words just now deeply stimulated him. You must know that his talent is not high, and most of the promotions are luck. When he was in the real king realm, it took thousands of years, and he almost reached the 10,000-year limit of the real king realm powerhouse. If he couldn't break through at that time, he would die because his life essence was exhausted. And in the end, he survived. However, this process is somewhat inhumane, all in all, it's a bit of a shame. So this is also a taboo in his heart. At this moment, when he is mentioned by the plump young woman, he is naturally angry. Haha. If you want people to be ignorant, you must do it yourself. You can't recognize what you've done. How did you come to the realm of the emperor, do you not know in your heart? If you hadn't given your granddaughter to the old thief in Motion Pavilion, would you have such a chance? It sounds disgusting. It is said that most of your blood descendants, as long as they are female, were sent out. Tisk, it's really a humiliation to be a descendant of your blood. The look of contempt on the plump young woman's face was even worse. Zhou's exhalation gradually became more rapid. Damn things. He wanted to attack the plump young woman several times, but in the end he chose to be patient. On the one hand, because of the constraints of God's contract, on the other hand, he has no certainty of victory. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 798. Fight me. You will regret it. Pass the order. Whether it is a warrior of the light camp or a warrior of the dark camp, as long as Fang Fan is slaughtered, he will be rewarded with 10,000 devil fruits. The position of the devil is waiting for you. Zhou took a few deep breaths, the vicious expression on his face was relieved a little, and at this moment, his wolf ambition was truly exposed. Say what should be said and what should not be said. Do what should be done and what should not be done. At this moment, the will has become very clear. That is to kill Fang Fan. Let this damn woman in front of her pay for her words and deeds. He's going to vent. Need a thorough vent. Zhou, do you really think this holy emperor dare not touch you? It was the plump young woman's complexion that changed. I didn't expect that this guy would go to hell and look more and more rogue. He, God's contract is ahead. If you don't want to start a war between the light camp and the dark camp, I advise you to calm down. Because some things, you can't control it. The ridicule on Zhou's face became more and more obvious. At this moment in his heart, that kind of hearty feeling makes him feel very comfortable. Just to make the woman in front of you angry. As soon as he is angry, Zhou can only feel at ease in his heart. The plump young woman took a breath and looked at the battlefield with a cold face. Zhou can see that Fang Fan's explosive power is only temporary, and she can naturally see that. At this moment, I don't know why, but the plump young woman has a sense of anxiety. This damn bastard, he has to keep the divine body close to the aura by his side, otherwise, I won't be so worried. If Fang Fan were to die, the little girl beside him would definitely not be able to live. The look on the plump young woman's face changed for a while, and even her breathing became much more rapid. On the battlefield of the gods and demons, the bright camp examiners who had retreated at the moment heard the shouts of Zhou, the envoy of the gods and demons of the Demon Heaven Pavilion, and immediately came back happily. The gods and demons of the Motion Pavilion have already issued orders. The assessors of our bright camp can also get rewards by slaughtering Fang Mo. I can't take it anymore. Mad, kill Fang Fan, we've all sent it. Are you crazy? The Xianyang Palace behind us is the power of the bright camp. If we accept the reward from the dark camp, can we go back to the Xianyang Palace? Are you really lacking in your brain? If you really want to kill Fang Mo, not only can you get a reward of 10,000 devil fruits, but you can also directly become the devil child of the Motion Pavilion. Isn't this position delicious? What's so special? Daixuanyang Palace? Who is willing to go to that broken 9th rank force? Anyway, the labor and capital don't want to go back. Senior brother run to is right. When we get the reward and take away the treasures from Fang Mo, we will become prosperous. At that time, we will no longer need to be among these spicy chicken forces. With the potential of our brothers, should have had better development, right? Hey. It makes sense. It makes sense. Let's dash together, shall we? Attack. All out attack. Battle. Fight. Fight. Kill Fang Mo. There is no love for no reason, and there is no hate for no reason. The change between love and hate is mostly because of interests. Facts have proved that when the interests are sufficient, the so-called own people may become more vicious. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 799. Over the Battlefield of Gods and Demons. Watching those assessors from the Bright Camp attack Fang Fan like locusts, the face of the Holy Emperor Xiling of the Holy Heaven Alliance became particularly ugly. These bastards still want to receive the reward from the Dark Camp. Holy Emperor's Order. The Holy Emperor Xiling of the Holy Heaven Alliance swears here, all those who are assessed by the Bright Camp, who innocently harm Fang Fan, will be hunted down in the sky and underground, and at the ends of the earth. If this oath is violated, this Holy Emperor is willing to kill himself here. Rumbling. Thunder rolls. Holy Emperor swears. One after another, golden characters suddenly appeared in the sky above the battlefield of gods and demons. The oath of the Holy Emperor was enough to alarm the sky. Those assessors of the Bright Camp suddenly changed their faces, and the raging blood that they wanted to rush forward was directly poured cold at this moment. No one is afraid of death. Being stared at by a Holy Emperor, will they still have a good life? They are afraid. They are afraid. It's perfectly normal for them to have such emotions. From their own perspective, fear has completely eroded their minds. Hey, Fang Mo He De He Nang. The Holy Emperor of the Holy Heaven Alliance is actually willing to protect him. Grass. I'm not reconciled. 10,000 pieces of the devil fruit, the position of the devil. What? What can you do if you're not reconciled? Do you still dare to rush up? You're really not afraid of dying. That's right. This is not our wealth, so don't think too much about it. Let's go, don't be stared at by the Holy Emperor, otherwise we will be really cold. I'm not reconciled. I'm not reconciled. I killed Fang Fan and got the reward. I am the devil of the Motion Pavilion. When I hide in the Motion Pavilion, the Xiling Holy Emperor can still rush to the motion. Are you going to kill me in the pavilion? Haha, I don't want to give up such a good opportunity. It's just, these cowards are themselves cowards, we can't be cowards. Go on. Facts have proved that there is never a shortage of gamblers in this world. The key is whether you have an eye that is good at discovering. However, being threatened by the Holy Emperor Xiling, most of the Bright Camp assessors still retreated obediently, they dare not gamble. Under the Holy Emperor, all are ants. Being stared at by the Holy Emperor, even the true king of the top cannot escape death, let alone these little people. Devil fruit is certainly good. The position of the demon son of the 7th rank power demon heaven pavilion is also very tempting, but the premise is that you have a life to enjoy it. Otherwise it's all empty. Fang Fan, this Holy Emperor Xiling seems to take good care of you. Between you, won't you have known each other long ago? Yun Yun's pair of eyes suddenly glanced at Fang Fan, and there was a hint of tentative color in them. Fang Fan was stunned for a while, then he looked stunned. A few hours ago, he didn't even know who the Holy Emperor Xiling was, would he know? Isn't this a bit of bullshit? I don't know, maybe, she didn't want to save me, but didn't want to hurt Xiao Xiao. Fang Fan speculated in a low voice, after all, the Emperor Xiling had a lot of admiration for Xiao Xiao before, he wanted to bring Xiao Xiao under her command to cultivate. If you think so. Makes sense. The reason why this Holy Emperor Xiling is so flamboyant, he even threatens the entire Bright Camp's examiners, in order to protect Xiao Xiao. Really? Maybe, but this Emperor Xiling is so beautiful. Noble. Plump. So feminine. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 800. Yun Yun suddenly said silently from the side. Why does Fang Fan feel so sour in his ears? Fang Fan shrugged, secretly thinking that he must have heard wrong. Zi Ling. It's useless. Even if the trash of your bright camp dare not go up, the elite of my dark camp will still be able to slaughter that kid directly. This is the trend. Joji, the messenger of Demon Heaven Pavilion, said gloomily that he really wanted to see the rage on the face of the plump young woman in front of him. Every time I see it, it's a treat. An ultimate enjoyment. Hee, is that so? I want to see how those little devils of your dark camp die. Although Zi Ling said this on her lips, she really didn't know anything in her heart. After all, the current situation is somewhat beyond her control. It was a battlefield of gods and demons, and it was impossible for her to directly ignore the contract of gods and rush in to rescue Fang Fan. In the face of hundreds of thousands of elites from the dark camp, Zi Ling is really a little empty. I just hope that this kid won't be courting death. If you really can't do anything, just admit defeat and come out. Even if I was forced to give up this opportunity, it's nothing. The ruins of the gods are good, but you have to have a life to go in. Zi Ling sighed secretly, and there was actually a sense of anxiety in the invisible. Haha. Holy Emperor Xiling is so confident. Why don't we make a bet? If the warriors of our dark camp can slaughter Fang Fan or drive him out of the battlefield of the gods and demons, the Holy Emperor Xiling might as well hand over a wisp of the Emperor's aura. Zhou had a greedy look on his face. The aura of a genius emperor like Zi Ling must be extremely strong. At that time, if you absorb it yourself, you will definitely be able to skyrocket your cultivation base. Hee, such a big breath. It's always a wisp of the Emperor's aura. I'll give it to you. Can you bear it? The plump young woman's face changed, and now she is really restricted everywhere. This feeling is very bad. Even unhappy. Oh. If the Holy Emperor Xiling is afraid, then forget it. Hey, this envoy will never bully the female class. Zhou touched his beard, and his poor aggressiveness seemed particularly clumsy. The plump young woman took a breath, her eyes twinkling brightly. She glanced at Fang Fan at the edge of the core area of the battlefield of the gods and demons, and felt a strong sense of self-confidence for no reason. It's not that I can't promise you. It's just that this sage emperor has taken out a wisp of the emperor's aura. What treasures can you take out to bet against the sage emperor? I can't let this holy emperor do business without capital, right? The plump young woman snorted coldly, but she seemed much calmer. I can also take out a ray of my emperor's aura. Zhou said it for granted, while secretly excited in his heart. It was so successful. Sure enough, a woman's appearance is inversely proportional to her brain. You can't even see such an obvious trap. Your sovereign aura? This holy emperor can't look down on it. If you want to bet against each other, you might as well take out 1,000,000 devil fruit. Weren't you very generous just now? The plump young woman raised the corners of her mouth slightly and said directly. Obviously, 1,000,000 devil fruit is more precious than a wisp of the emperor's aura. Are you crazy? At most 100,000 devil fruits. Zhou was not stupid, and immediately began to retort. Hee, then forget it. It's not that I want to gamble. The plump young woman Zi Ling shrugged, not panicking at all.